What's up, guys? It's Owen, also known as SpagettSlap here. I just woke up, so I'm gonna sound a little dead throughout this video. I promise you I'm not. But yeah, we got a pretty crazy story today. But before we get into it, I just want to say I'm posting these on Spotify a day early. So if you ever want to listen to them a day early, check the Spotify. I'll link it in the description. I also stream if you want to watch me play games and stuff. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. Today is a pretty crazy story. This is all about the time that my friend robbed the school. This all takes place back in the perfect, amazing year of 2016. Yes, the golden year. But anyways, I was in middle school at the time. I'm pretty sure I was in 7th grade. And I rode my bike to school, right? And I ate breakfast, normal day. And it was completely normal throughout the day, all the way up until after gym, after 4th period. So I'm at my locker, right? And my friend comes by. I don't want to call him my friend throughout this whole video, so I'm going to give him a name. I'm going to call him James, okay? So James comes to my locker, and he looks kind of like panicked. Like, I can tell that he just did something wrong. So I'm like, bro, what did you do? And he's like, what? I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything. And I was like, yeah, right. Okay, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but what's up? Do you need something? Like, he just ran up to me and he was like, yeah, well, I just wanted to know if you wanted some money, man. And I was like, what? You want to give me money? You and our entire friendship have never gave me money. And he's like, yeah, well, today's your special day, I'm feeling nice. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, sure, I'll take some money. And he pulls out $200 and he's like, here you go. And then he just runs away. And I'm like, okay, that was weird. So I slipped the money into my sock because at the time I wore shorts that didn't have pockets. Now I know some of you are going to go down in the comments and flame me for not having pockets in my shorts, but joke's on you. I was too poor to afford the pockets, okay? Anyways, I put the money in my sock and I go to class, not expecting anything of it. So I'm going through my class, and about 20 minutes into my class, my vice principal, I'm going to call him Principal Baldy, comes into the classroom. And he's scanning the room, and he locks eyes with me. And he points his walkie-talkie at me, like the little antenna, and he waves me over. So I come over, he says, come on, we're going to my office. So I'm like, oh, okay. Did I do something wrong? And he doesn't answer. So we go to his office, and this whole time that we're walking there, I'm like, what? What? I didn't do anything. Like, I went to school, I got through my day, I haven't done anything wrong. Like, why would he be bringing me to his office? So we get to his office, and he sits me down in the chair across from him. Sits down, and he claps his hands together, takes a deep sigh, and then says, listen, you and James, you guys are friends, right? And I look at him, and I'm like, yeah, why does that matter? And he's like, well, James was in my office earlier this morning, and I had to go take a call, so I left my office. And when I came back, he was gone, and I noticed that money in the safe was gone. Actually, all the money in the safe was gone. That's about $2,000 that he stole from the school. So, we're searching for him, and I wanted to know if he happened to give you any money. Now, at this point, I had two options. I can either come clean, give him the money, and just move on with my day. Or option two, I could keep the money and maybe get away with it and get a free $200 from it because I really wanted to buy a game at the time. So being stupid, I say, no, I haven't seen him all day. What do you mean? So he takes a deep sigh and he pulls up his computer and he starts clicking around on it. And he turns his screen towards me, and it's fucking security footage of him coming up to me, giving me $200, and me slipping it into my sock. And my vice principal, Mr. Baldy, is like, so, you haven't seen him all day? And I sit there, and I'm just like, fuck. So he starts leaning across the desk, and he gets in my face, and he's like, I'm gonna give you one more chance to tell the truth. Do you know where he went? And did he give you any money? And I doubled down on it. I'm like, no, he didn't give me money in that. That's something else. That's homework from the other day. And that was such a shitty fucking lie. And he's like, all right, and stand up. Let me search your sock." And I was like, "What? I don't think you can search me. I don't think that's legal." And he's like, "No, it's perfectly legal. I have reason and right to search you." So I stand up and he puts his hand right where I slipped that money in and he pulls out $200. He's like, "Huh, no money." And he sits back down and he sighs and he puts his hands back together and he's like, "Owen, I'm severely disappointed in you. And I don't know why you'd lie about this, but we're going to have to take action. I'm going to call your mom and you're going to have 2 days of in-school suspension. And your friend James is getting expelled. He will not be returning to this school." So I got sent home. I had to bike home because my mom couldn't leave work to come get me. And I also didn't want to leave my bike at school. So I get home and I instantly hop on Xbox because I know the instant that my mom gets home, I'm getting that shit taken. I knew I was, so I was gonna milk it while I could. And there was about 4, 5 hours before my mom got home. So I'm sitting there playing Halo, and she pulls up, and I just turn it off instantly. And I go up to my room, and I'm just sitting there waiting. And she bursts in the door, and she's like, "Owen, get down here right now." So I'm like, fuck yeah, she is not happy. So I go downstairs and my mom's at the kitchen table and she just looks so disappointed in me. So I sit down across from her and I get flashbacks of sitting across from my vice principal from literally like a couple hours before that. And she's like, "Owen, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you fucking stupid?" And I honestly was like, damn, I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah, I guess I am a little stupid. And she was like, "Why would you lie about that? You would have been fine if you just told the truth." And I was like, "I don't know. I want a new game. So I thought I could probably just keep it." And she was like, "God damn it, Owen. Well, you're grounded for 2 weeks. No Xbox, no friends, no TV." So I spent those 2 weeks reading books and staring at the wall, listening to music on my radio just to make the time pass. And then the next 2 days that I had ISS, uh, some pretty crazy shit happened. But I'm gonna say that for the next story time. Moral of the story is don't do what I do. Don't lie. Just be honest. It's way easier to just be honest and, just get it over with right away. I probably wouldn't have got in much trouble if I would have just been honest in the first place. But yeah, moral of the story is just be honest. Don't do what I do. I was a dumbass. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.